All right, so we're here at ADRO Works, home of the wrap.
You know what today is?
I know what today is. You know what today is? Does Davis know what today is?
What is it? I'm just so tired.
It's not Monday. What project we got out back?
Let me guess. Is it the yellow fever day?
Oh gosh!
Civic Type R day.
Civic Type R day. That's it, boys. We are ready to rock. We're going to install the Civic Type R kit. So we've got everything kind of laid out, ready to go. Car's up on the lift. So we're gonna give you kind of a step-by-step guide. So as you guys know, we've always typically done our PDF guides, right? We've been done with that. Now we've moved into doing specific installation guides. But now as we're evolving, making this more entertaining for you, we're gonna do it more of a vlog style video installation guide. So again, in the comments, make sure that you let us know if you like this or not, but we're just trying to keep it a little bit more loose. What's up, Derek? So as you can see over here, we've got the Civic Type R fresh from ADRO Works. You guys saw that in the last vlog. It's looking great, looking good, but it's gonna look even better with the ADRO carbon fiber pieces. So here we've got located on our installation table, the amazing front lip, getting ready to go on the car. We've got some hardware here, 3M tape, and of course your essential tools, 10mm Phillips head screwdriver, and 10mm wrench. So let's go ahead and get the car elevated a little bit. We don't like to work on the ground, and we want to give you an excellent point of view on how to get this installed. So let's put the car up. So we've got the Civic Type R securely sitting up on the lift. Now we've got the lip down here, and we're gonna take a look at what we're going to be doing. So in order to prepare this front lip for installation, we're gonna start with 3M tape. So it's gonna go underneath this upper area, and then we're gonna do 3M tape up top, just to get that adhesive bond onto the car, and then we'll follow that up with the hardware. So we'll go ahead and crack open our adhesion promoter and get started on that. So now that we got the 3M tape backing all pulled back and ready to go, I'm gonna bring in my trusty assistant, Augustine. He's gonna help me get this mounted up. So we can just hold it up to the vehicle, generally in place. And I think we're centered. How's your edge over there?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's good. Cool, then we'll go ahead and just start pulling from the center. Make sure it's all the way back. Boom, son. Sweet, so now that we've got the lip just tacked on with some adhesive, we're gonna go back in with some hardware that's supplied in the kit and get this tacked in place for good with a mechanical bond. So what I'm gonna do is grab my Phillips screw gun, and we're just gonna take some of the supplied hardware and run these in on both edges around the passenger and driver's side. So as you guys can see, with the supplied 3M tape and the supplied hardware, this is a super easy install, and I mean, that's not going anywhere. So we've got 4 self-tapping screws on this side, 4 self-tapping screws on this side, 2 rows of double-sided tape, a single row, and then another 2 rows. So with that, it should be about a 10 to 15 minute install. Super easy for you to do at home, but let's go ahead and get the car flipped around and get working on the rear diffuser. So we got the vehicle turnaround on the lift. Now, as you can see here, we've got the stock diffuser, which we are going to be upgrading with our ADRO Civic Type R diffuser. You can see this vehicle does have an aftermarket exhaust, which is slightly more narrow. That's totally fine. Of course, we try to always keep our openings for the exhaust outlet about the same as stock, or maybe a little bit wider, but we'll go ahead and get the body pins removed, But first, let me go grab the diffuser so you guys can take a quick peek at what that looks like. Okay guys, so now you can see we have this beautiful diffuser here for the Civic Type R laid out on the table. As you can see, there's a few things that I want to point out. You can see up here we have all the tabs that are corresponding on the Civic Type R chassis to use those OEM tab points, as well as down here on the bottom, let me just flip this up, we have these holes here that are corresponding to all of the push pins that you'll find underneath the stock diffuser. So really easy. We're making this as easy as possible for you to get it installed on your car. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my body pin tool and we'll start removing all these body clips. All right guys, so now that we've got all the body pins and the Phillips screws out from each end, up here I'd like for you to take special note about right here and right here in between the bumper absorber and the actual diffuser inside. They're kind of hard for you to show you on camera, but you'll have to pull out down the diffuser and reach up past this foam block to get to it. So using like a shallow screwdriver on like a ratchet head, that'll probably be your best bet. All right, so now that we've got all the push pins removed, we're gonna go ahead and pull down this muffler heat shielding so we can access some of the blind body push pins that are up on each side of the diffuser in order to get the diffuser removed. So let's go ahead and yank this down, and it's nice flexible plastic. So if you come in here, this is exactly what I'm working with. We've got everything loose up to this point, but we've got some of those factory clips. You can see kind of the blue with the black surrounding it. So I'm just gonna push the tool in there and help keep that clip in good condition so we can reuse that when putting on our diffuser. All right, so now that we've got the OE diffuser off, the ADRO diffuser sitting right here, there are a few things that I like to compare to see what we're working with when getting this installed. So in comparing these, we do have the tabs in the correct location, the original hardware that was hard to remove, we won't be using that any further. And then all of the holes line up for those body pins. So one thing to remember though, before you get this installed on the vehicle, is there's flat surfaces on each driver side and passenger side where we do need to adhere just a quick 3M strip so we can make sure the blades are stuck tight to the vehicle. But let's go ahead and get this up on the vehicle. All right, awesome guys. So we've got the 3M tape all indexed. Our tabs here so we make it easy to pull off when it's up on the vehicle. And I've got my handy helper here, Mr. ADRO Davis.
Anytime you need help, I'm here for you.
Thanks, buddy. Cool, so we're gonna bring this up, and again, using the OEM located clips here, we're just gonna get it in place, and then just may need a little persuasion, but I think we're all clipped in.
Is this the definition of fit like a glove?
It was that easy. It was that easy.
Man, I don't even need
Dang.
to hold it.
Well, thanks for your 2 seconds of your time.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah. Hey, get back to designing.
Yeah.
Awesome. So it's always a pleasure to have Mr. ADRO Davis here, but yeah, the definition of fits like a glove. So we take pride in how all of our parts fit on the vehicle. So let's go ahead and get moving, and we're just gonna put everything up to where it needs to be indexed, and then we'll start removing the 3M tape. But I'm just gonna take a quick look around the vehicle because that was too easy. I gotta make sure it's right. All right guys, so installation is now complete. We've got everything securely fastened to the vehicle. We're gonna go ahead and lower this down almost all the way down to the ground and get our vehicle prepared to install the newest swan neck wing to the ADRO collection. Okay guys, so we got the diffuser all installed, ready to go. It's looking as beautiful as ever. Next up, we have our newest addition to the ADRO lineup, our ATR4 wing, specifically made for the Civic Type R FL5. So we're gonna go ahead and pop the trunk here, and we just need to get our trusty trim tool. I keep that thing on me, and we'll just pop these. We've got some Phillips head screws, and what that's gonna allow us to do is actually pull back the trim just a little bit. All Alrighty guys, so next up on the installation on the Civic Type R, we have our newest lineup of wings here on the table. We have the ATR4 for the FL5, and we are excited to debut this here on YouTube and show you guys around the world. So as you can see, we have a new deck design, really utilizing some of the similar characteristics to the OE wing, but also something that's really neat is when you take a look at the vehicle, our uprights here, right in the OE location. You should have this wing installed in about 10 to 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and show you what that installation looks like. We're gonna walk you through all the parts and get this thing installed. So one thing I'd like to note before you start with the initial step of installing this ATR4 swan neck wing is you'll actually want to take this foam stripping off, the weather stripping off of your OEM upright and just transfer it over. To do so, you would just go ahead and peel back lightly, chase it all the way around, take it off, and reapply it to the ADRO ATR4 upright. So now that we've got that adhered, we're going to go ahead and go over to the vehicle. We're going to take our short hardware here with a washer and a 4mm Allen head, and we're gonna get the upright installed. All right guys, so now that we've got the uprights installed in the OEM mounting locations, we're gonna go ahead and take the new ATR4 deck and install this right here to the uprights. All right, so now that we've got the deck mounted to the uprights, we're gonna go ahead and take our 3M adhesive, add it to the indented portion of the end plate. And really what this is for is just to make sure no moisture gets in between the end plate and into the deck. So we're gonna go ahead and add that and we'll get it bolted onto the end. Okay guys, so now you can see we've got the ATR4 mounted properly on this Civic Type R, and it's looking absolutely stunning. So next up, we're gonna go ahead and unrack the car. Kevin's gonna show you some beauty shots, and we're gonna get the side skirts on and up on its side so you guys can see the installation process. So we are in the home stretch today. As you can see right here, we've got the newly designed Civic Type R side skirts. They are a full replacement. So what that means is basically we got to head over here to the vehicle and we've got to remove this entire side skirt. So no more of that side skirt extension or little BS that you see out there on the market. We have a full replacement. So it's going to be a handful of push pins that we need to pop off, and then we'll put these right on the vehicle. So some of the body pins were removed. We've got 4 of them that are easy to access. And then I want you to pay special attention up inside this cavity in front of the rear tire. There are 2 more push pins that look very similar to this that also need to be removed. All right, so there are some intricacies on this side skirt that I do want to point out to you that's a little hard to display underneath the car. So up front here, this will be right behind the front tire. This has a Phillips screw that needs to be removed. And then on the rear portion here, this tab and this tab has the push pins very similar to the diffuser. And then on the inside here, right here, there's a Phillips screw as well that needs to be removed. So with that being said, easy enough. Of course, when you're hands-on, you'll go ahead and find those when you see the product starting to bind up on removal. But here we're comparing, obviously you can see a sizable difference, but nonetheless it has the same principal footprint. So on this side skirt, we've got our tabs to indicate where it needs to mount up. And then up underneath, there are some areas to give us a little bit more real estate to tack that in with some supplied hardware. All right, so before we get over to the vehicle, there's some preparation to be done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you this surface right here. Very flat surface. It's right where we're going to put some 3M adhesive tape. And that's just, it's such a tight fit to the body. We don't want it to chafe on the paint. It's simply just a buffer. So you'll go ahead and add that just like this, and we'll take off the backing, get her on the car. Awesome, so as you can see, we got that ADRO quality. This side skirt has absolutely no hardware installed yet. We are gonna go ahead and secure it with that mechanical bond, but it fits just like a glove. So I'll go ahead and slide under the vehicle and get some of the hardware put in. All right, guys, well, that's a wrap. We have installed the entire Civic FL5 kit, and it looks absolutely stunning. From the newest ATR4 swan neck wing, we've got the carbon fiber diffuser, side skirts, and this super aggressive front lip. If you like seeing this kind of content, definitely make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're watching all the comments and replying to them to give us ideas of what to post next here on YouTube. So without further ado, go ahead and break it away to the montage.